us through. You suck.
Everybody found their place? Okay.
I guess I'm oh, there you go. It's not usually something you would expect to see in a suburban neighborhood in Southern California, but welcome to the England house. We are getting ready for our haunted house this year, the 34th, I believe, at this point. And so I'm going to give you a bit of a tour. It's not completely finished yet. We haven't finished dressing the set entirely, but we have a couple of days till Halloween. So I'm going to bring you through the maze and show you some of what we've got going on in there. It's pretty cool, and you'll kind of get a general idea of what it's all about. So as you look over there, we've kind of got the castle front set up. And when the Halloween is in full go, you'll have flaming bowls up there of fire in the windows. There'll be more lighting and sound and some just more things to set the scene to make it look even spookier. So come on in. When it's done, it's going to be kind of a baronial great room in here. We're going to have a fireplace here with a working fire in it. We have a double-sided mirror, so as people walk up, they can look at themselves, but then somebody will be behind lighting up a light and scare them. We have just a couple of our various props around. These will all be lit, of course, and I'm hoping to be lit myself. Come on in. Now, this is just a long, dark, twisting and turning maze. We can put people in here to scare people. We can have sound effects. We have all sorts of wonderful things. Oops. Now, if you look right here, the maze is not finished because in order to keep this thing, can you see me here from the light there? All right. In order to make this my mother not go insane, we have to be able to keep the washer and dryer free until the Halloween itself. So we can't completely finish up the maze and wall those in, or my mom will be really upset. This is a corridor here. We have all the doorways, which will be in operation that night. You will coming over this way. The doors are going to be shaking. You don't know which one someone's going to pop out of, so it's going to be pretty cool. And then the haunted house continues down this corridor. Now here's the end, but we've got the back end of it blocked in, so hopefully it's not going to be this scary actual Halloween night. But we keep the back door locked so we don't have the neighbor kids peeking their noses in during the middle of the thing and ruining the surprise. So, I'll introduce you to my father, who is pretty much the heart and soul of this maze. He was the one that started it, and his love of creativity was passed on to us and inspired us. So I'm going to take you into my father's war room. My war room is, his war room is an amazing portion of himself because it just kind of expresses my dad's love of history. And you will see everything in there. He's got quite a collection, so come on in, come on in. This is my dad's study. Come on in. Howdy, Pop.
Hello, son. How you doing?
How are you? Come on up, come on up. There we go. Got the game on. Yeah, this is my dad's war room here. This is got, you see a little bit of everything in here.
Hi,
from all over
welcome to
history.
my war room.
And even the non-politically correct is in here because history is non-politically correct. So, this is my father's room here. So I'd like to kind of bring up some of the, have Dad kind of point out some of your collection here, if you will.
Well, as you can see, let's start with the battle axe.
All right.
I kept my wife and my mother-in-law's picture on that wall, but she got to raising hell about the battle axe bit. So I had to take her picture down.
Now, any of these battle axes themselves, are they, what era are they from?
I think they're from every era. Just whenever I see an axe that looks decent or good, I buy it and hang it on the wall, or some of them are gifts. But that's just battle axe wall.
Yeah, Battle Axe City there.
So I don't think any of them are in too good a shape. And
Well, it's all that blood on them and everything. That's the problem with
you
it.
gotta keep them polished because that blood makes them rust.
It's kind of a bummer. Now, have you ever had to utilize any of those things in the past?
No, I haven't, thank God, but of course I'm not being an Indian, wouldn't help. But anyway, then I've got, below that I've got all my videos for the kids.
Wait, videos?
Yeah.
What are videos?
You know, movies. They're Disney movies and all that stuff that goes through the, some of them, the only person that's ever watched them was me.
Oh, yeah?
And I always watch them and then put them at, and when they had the neighbors and they had their kids, they always come over and borrow a video and wanted at the Legend of Sleepy Hollow there, and he always wanted to see the Redless Horseman. So that was one of his favorites. But I found out that when you give them to the kids, they watch the movie, but while they're watching the movie, they're chewing on the box. So I got a little hard red box that I put the movie in with my name on the box. So when they get through the movie, they can bring it back and they
with minimal teeth marks.
chew on the hard rock.
Well, they're teething, right?
Well, not when they're 14 years old.
No,
Unless they're cutting their molars.
the wisdom teeth. Now you have the grandkids.
Yeah.
Your granddaughter's in there.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new generation.
No, I don't have a player for that. I've got a DVD player. And this here wall is just an assortment of things. This is my 49-year retirement from work. This is my first retirement from work. And then the second retirement.
So you retired multiple times from the same workplace?
Yeah, right. From military and then on to the civilian type.
Mm-hmm.
But then all this other crap is just stuff that we've collected and things that aren't working right, like this. My brother made this knife holder, and he's very ingenious about the latch.
Open it up all the way there, Pop, so you can see the collection without the glare.
But he's carved these bullheads himself, and I use them on a lot of stuff, a lot of different mounts and stuff. I mean, I build them out, put them on. Well, Gino had a birthday, and I bought him a Gullwing Mercedes.
Wow, impressive.
Long time ago. And then from then on, every Christmas, or I'd buy him a couple of cars.
He's
and
doing
all
well
of
for
a
himself.
sudden, I've fallen heir to all of the cars, and he's buying them for me now.
But they're miniature cars. They're not their...
Yeah, these here. This is the cars from American Graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
They're movie cars. They're Batmobile and the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
I have a friend of mine who's really into the Batmobile.
Yeah?
And actually, he's seen the original from the TV show.
Oh, well, yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah.
At your
At
car show.
the muck, yep.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the bombers up here and the airplanes, Pop.
Well, these are just, when I first retired, I spent months just building models and putting them together and enjoying myself. And then went to a military or guns. I made these guns and put them on mounts for it. And then my carbine from the military.
Now, this is your actual carbine from when you were in the service?
No, it's not. They don't give them to me.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so. I was wondering how they would do that.
I have to buy one, but this one is one that was given to me by my godfather.
Oh, really? Now, who was that?
Ernie.
Oh,
Ernie.
okay. Oh, that was Ernie. Ernie's dad was your godfather.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Holodomor. But on this shelf alone, I think there's 34 or 33 cars. And this goes alone. You go up here, all across the door, and there's, see what, 5 times 12, 4 times 12 is 48. Then over here's more of them.
They multiply, don't they?
Yeah. They just keep gathering and gathering.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see cars that I had or would like to have had when I was a kid, and you buy those.
So what was your first car that you had?
It was a 41 Chevy, that little convertible there, but mine was a hardtop.
Hmm. And how old were you when you got that?
I was 15 when I bought my first car. I didn't have a driver's license. Dusty. But I went down to get my driver's license when I turned 16. And by that time I'd been working for a year and a half for a trucker, driving trucks to LA without a driver's license.
How old were you when you were doing that?
15. The swamping, and then we had that left over from the truck, or the truck was full. Then we'd load up the field truck, the bobtail, and I would drive that to LA to the market.
And that was before freeways and everything, right? So you had to follow
no, not even through San Clemente and up. There was just a highway. It wasn't
All right.
a long stretch between San Clemente and El Toro and up further north. It just was bare nothing but eucalyptus trees along the road and a mess.
And you had to go through the Circle in Orange and just head up to LA.
Yeah. Yeah. Did that too. And this over here is more of my cars. You get those? And this was when I was a helicopter mechanic, retired. We had a party, what do you call, reunion. And this is what all the guys signed it for me.
And what type of helicopter is that?
That's a Huey, the H model Slick.
It was Slick?
Yeah, I call them Slick because they didn't have any guns.
All right. Now you saw also you were part of the movie, the remake of King Kong from 1980.
Yeah, we made that, and my sons were with me.
Mm-hmm.
We went down and watched them shoot King Kong off the tower. And this is more or less my military collection of my own memorabilia. First I was in artillery in trying to figure out what to call it, weapons division, and then went to tanks. And from the tanks I went to the missiles. then from the missiles to the helicopters, and then got out on the helicopters. But these are just a few general examples of what I had to.
What's your military career
My
consisted
military career consisted of, right. And these are hats I've worn. Of course, I never wore this one. That was a little early. But
Predate you.
yeah.
Now, take a look at your World War II collection up here on the wall. Now, that's...
Yeah, this is what my father-in-law carried during World War II. These are his actual medals. He got the Bronze Star in the European campaign. He has a bunch more. He was in the Golden Acorn Division. It was like, I think, 87th. And he was in the Battle of the Bulge. And his ruptured duct retire pin. How that. He carried a Thompson. He wrote letters about his war experiences to us, but we don't want to explain that too much.
it was a tough time here. If you're in an unusual circumstance and you find out things about yourself that you probably would rather not know, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just things he told me that he's done things and been places, and then it's in my English weapons and German weapons.
Okay.
These are German. This sarcophagus, my son bought it, and we brought it home, and we had it sitting in the front room next to the Christmas tree for about 3 days. And then one day my wife walked in and says, "What's that sarcophagus doing in the front room?" And I said, "What sarcophagus?" And she's very insistent. "There's a sarcophagus in the front room." And I kept saying, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, she finally noticed it after 3 days and come to ask me what it was doing there.
It's another day in the life of the England household, huh?
That's it. So it's just a general man cave, I guess you call it.
Manly escape here.
Mm-hmm. I keep this around for the cat in the backyard. Full automatic. I've hit him a few times.
Now, is that an actual weapon there, Pop?
That was a BB gun. But it's an automatic BB gun. I painted a little red ring on it so it doesn't show.
This is your Vietnam collection here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some people involved in that, didn't you?
Yeah, my wife lost a very good friend. See, the only nurse killed in Vietnam by enemy fire. Her name is Sharon Lee.
Yeah.
Guys have gone back. We went back into the wall, and we had several friends that were lost there. And
What do you think about the Vietnam War?
I think it was a sorry thing to do. It should never have happened. MacArthur said, "Stay out of Asia in the jungle war," and nobody paid any attention to him.
Well, what happened to him? What happened to his career, huh?
He got fired for saying what he thought. No, I'm just like right now we're in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that crap, and we don't really need to be there. Enough politics on that stuff. I think they can kill themselves off as long as they stay over there and do it. So anything else you'd like to
see about? Well, you have what do you say to the future of America and the children of America?
Oh, it don't look good.
Oh, really? You think so?
Well, I think that we're going to go bankrupt because of the gas companies, And the thing, as soon as you raise the price of gas, you raise everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, you could buy a candy bar for a nickel that was, you could eat and be full. Now you pay $1 for it, and it's this thin and not worth buying. Other than that, enough politics.
Well, what do you want to say to your granddaughters for the future?
Marry somebody very rich, a nice guy.
Do they make nice rich guys?
Well, I hope so.
Well, thank you, Pop.
You're sure welcome. Hello, I'm Jerry.
I'm Gino.
I'm Adam.
We're the Englands. We're the Halloween people on Peggy Circle.
The crazy Halloween people on
Crazy.
Circle.
For
Yeah.
decades of haunted houses here on Peggy Circle. And this is our final year of doing the maze. What is it?
34 years.
34 years?
34 years
yeah.
that we've been doing it.
Yeah, good Lord.
Officially.
Officially. Off the record, we'd probably be longer than that.
More than likely.
But
Not really as big as we've been doing it, and it just grows and grows and grows.
Exponentially.
it got bigger every year.
The birds are here.
Yeah, birds are here. Did you give me one of those?
Mikey, throw it here.
Where the hell did we?
There it is.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah, we've been doing that for many years. It's a tradition in the neighborhood, and it's something that it's kind of a bittersweet. This is our last year. We're doing the full-on maze, the full-on Halloween. We're probably going to scale it way back, just decorate the front yard in the future.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this thing for many years.
And what we might do this year is give out candy.
Oh yeah, there's many years
There's an
we actually
idea.
forgot to do that.
We
Yeah.
ran out of candy, if I remember.
I think sometimes a couple of kids stole the entire bowl, dumped it in their sack, and took off. But
That's why we hired Mikey to watch the candy.
yeah, that's right, and he's just as bad
Kind
as
of like
the
the
kids.
fox and the hen house. Yeah.
So no, it is. It's been incredible. It's been an amazing run. This has.
Yeah, I think we'll just quit at the height of our, instead of waiting until we hit bottom again.
Yeah. It was.
So,
Well, we have people that would drive up. And they'll drive up and stop and let their kids go through the haunted house and get back to the
Come
car.
from
and
neighborhoods
yeah.
all around, yeah.
Yeah.
then go let it get another load and come back.
Yep.
Then the kids go through about 5 times.
We had somebody stop by in a hearse one year.
It was a friend of mine.
Yeah, a friend of yours.
Marie.
Was it Miracle? Steve Miracle?
Steve Miracle and Marie Lawson. They're coming, I think they're coming this year too.
Pull up in a hearse and let their kids out of the back. They went through the maze. They got back in the hearse and left.
I went by their house the other day and the hearse was there. And Mom
Oh.
thought maybe somebody died. Maybe somebody died, and I no, it's
She works
Marie
where we
worked
were
for
the
a
board.
mortgage, so-
How's work today? Oh, it's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, getting my hand flopping in the coffin.
My brother dropped
Almost.
the coffin lid on my dad's hand.
It wasn't my
So my
fault,
dad,
Dave.
Take off. It was your fault. Who else was like holding the lid of the coffin
Why
open?
would he put a coffin
Yeah,
So my dad went to the doctor because his hand got infected. And the nurse saying, "How'd this happen?" And my dad said, "Oh, a coffin lid fell on it. No other explanation."
in? She says, do you work in a funeral home?
Well, she goes, "Do you work? Are you?" And try to find out a nice way of
are
saying.
you involved? Do you work? Are you a mortician?
That's
work,
it. No. I didn't explain. Yeah, what did it
I just sit there and let her go through her whole spiel trying to. I said no, it was a Halloween prop.
Fell on it. Oh, and she kind of relief on her face. Oh, okay. It was great. But anyway, so.
I'm Gino.
How do you do, Gino? I'm Adam.
Adam, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Jerry?
Jerry,
I'm Adam. Nice to meet you.
Adam.
Yeah, Gino, that's Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Jerry,
Nice to meet you.
Jerry. I'm Adam. How are you?
wait a minute, you're
Yeah,
left-handed?
I am. I'm left-handed. But you're all right.
Okay.
How are
There
you?
you
Good
go.
to see
Nice,
you.
nice.
Yeah, welcome. What's guys?
Exciting.
I got your nose.
Dad's actually doing the Stooges.
You can have it, it don't work.
That's right.
I just keep it here. Keep
Decoration.
it here to decorate my face.
Keep your eyes apart. Yeah.
Just keep his sunglasses from falling off.
Well, the nose knows, that's for sure. That's sort of
That was in '74, but the year we put the Foot Locker out front
Oh,
as a
There's a
tombstone.
coffin. Yeah.
As a coffin, yeah, and then we had the little tombstones with '78.
Mm-hmm.
Dad built this after that.
So this is 79 then. first year when we actually put the coffin out and had started doing that thing. We had the
I think this
spider.
might have been the first year we did a maze. I mean, we emptied the garage out. Yeah, this was the first year we emptied the garage and made it a Halloween thing inside the garage.
This is where you climbed in there after the kid
And
and
then that girl
scared the hell out of him.
scared the business.
My dad built a coffin, you know,
His head actually flew off his head.
like you see in the cartoons. So, my dad built a coffin that year, 1979, an actual full-scale toe pincher coffin, and we put a dummy in it. And it was back in the day when, well, this is before Halloween was the big thing it is today. So we had to make the dummy ourselves and get the cheesy rubber hands and all that stuff for it.
Used our pillows
Use our pillows. We didn't.
for the mannequin.
Yeah, the day we didn't have anything for our heads to sleep on when that thing was put together, and so we had the mannequin, and Gina would switch out with the costume.
And a peach leisure suit.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's why it was a dummy.
Yeah, it was.
That's the '70s, man.
And
Peach
Tuxedo
leisure
Levi's,
suits
if
were
I
in.
remember correctly.
And
Yeah.
towel holders for coffin handles. Plastic towel holders if you
Hang
tried
up
to
in the
pick it up,
shower.
they'd break.
Yep, they were. I think they're still on it.
Yeah, they're still on it. We
Yeah,
haven't
this stuff
used
was-
that one. Dad put a sticker that day sleeper on it. Do
Yeah.
not disturb day sleeper.
Yeah.
So this was a. But it all. Now what? Do you remember why you started doing that? It was just something that was interesting. Or was
Just something, the very first Halloween we lived here, we went down Corrine, and the people on Corrine were doing Halloween. One of them was hiding under a willow tree and the witch, and came out, I think it was that lady that Mom worked with. What was her
Cohen.
name?
Cohen? Oh yeah,
Cohen.
Andy Cohen's mom.
Yeah, I think that was the one that dressed up like a witch. We're taping here.
That's my mom. That's what she loves
Stumble over
Halloween,
your
yeah.
shoes and give you a dirty look.
Anyway, so it was on Corrine. She was a witch.
Yeah, she just came out from under the tree and scared all the kids and everything. And so then I thought, well, it'd be fun to. So that's when we started building up, and it just kept.
Getting every year.
Well,
kept
and one
getting
year,
bigger and bigger.
one year I went with some friends and you were with us. And remember that guy said to wait here? He was going to go get something.
Yeah.
He had a werewolf, or I don't remember what it was, but he closed the door and put on the mask and came out and scared the hell out of us. And Dad thought that was just the funniest thing in the
That
world.
was the Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what started it all, and we just do it for the kids every year.
It just kept getting, every year kept getting bigger and bigger. We just try to outdo each other we try to outdo ourselves from the previous year, building more and more props, and it was, one of us would see something, come up with an idea.
That was
like
the
a
idea,
stock.
we'd see it.
We can do a stock, so we can do this. One of them, we had this big side of a
Crate.
a crate in the backyard, and when we were kids, Gino and I made it look like a guillotine, really
Well,
cheesy.
we used to play we do the like Movie Land
yeah,
Studios tour.
Movieland Wax Museum in our Universal
Studios
Studios
tour.
in the backyard.
And we made a really bad,
Cheesy guillotine. Well, Dad took it and made it into
being the carpenter, he turned it into a real one.
the real guillotine. Apart without, you couldn't really chop anybody's head off with it, but
No, the blade didn't fall.
yeah, it was a wooden blade. But yeah,
You got the styrofoam head and made the
dummy out of it.
the
Yeah,
head
the chopped off head.
and
Yeah, and the black
lob that
basket.
the basket. What about the year that we were doing what the hell was that helmet thing? Mom got the colander. What were we making?
Oh, Viking
yeah,
helmet.
Viking helmet.
Viking helmet.
We did a
Yes.
Viking theme one year.
We were at
Going around the
TGY,
market trying to find something that we could.
Convert to a Viking helmet
a berserker type style
with
helmet.
the horns,
And Mom's grabbing a colander and putting it on her head, and
Yelling, "What do you think of this? How does this look?" Yelling across the store. Then she put something else on her head. And
Dad's like, "Come on, son,
Pressure
let's go."
cooker. Act like you don't know her.
but you found a good trash can and
It
made
was
it
a trash can, and we put those horns on it. Yeah, fur line on it. We never got fun with that, did we?
It's probably still around up there.
It probably is.
I think it is.
Yep.
We never throw anything away. It's always up there somewhere.
Well, one year, it must have looked like it was 81. We opened up the garage. This room was the garage at the time before we did the addition. And so the garage door was out there. And we opened up the garage door, and we took voting booths and stapled them around the outside. And my dad painted them to look like stones. And it looked like the front of a castle. And we still have those walls today, 30 some odd years later. And we've actually put them in the haunted house that we've got built in the garage right now.
Man come by a couple Halloweens ago with his 8-year-old kid, and he said he came here when he was 8 years
His
old.
dad brought him here when he was his
His
kid's
dad
age.
brought him here when he was 8 years old. So.
Gonna make you feel old, man.
And then we got babies here that are playing football in the college now.
that were kids going through our haunted house. So I mean, it's incredible.
Well, and it used to, the longest part it used to be was taking the, clearing out the garage.
Emptying the garage
That would
out,
take
yeah.
a week just to get everything out of the garage.
It wasn't until the
So-
last 20 years or so we'd actually park a car in the garage.
86, when the hell was that?
Yeah.
When I got the Jeep,
Yeah.
Then when you got the Jeep, you had to be able to put something in the garage. So it was quite incredible.
the old executioner axe made, and Steve borrowed it and broke it, and wouldn't return it for
Steve, which Steve was that?
Gomer.
Oh, that dipshit.
Well,
We'll cut that later. We'll edit that.
No, Steve Gomer's a dipshit.
yeah.
Edit that part out.
No, don't leave it in there.
Yeah, that's true.
He knows he's a dipshit.
Yeah, he is. He's happy. He's struggling long and hard.
And Danny comes dressed as the genie.
My Uncle Dan, who's got a big gut, as we have in our family,
Yeah.
and the kid comes up to him and touches it and goes, "Oh, that's real!"
Stuck her finger in his belly button.
He had Jewel or something in there.
Yeah, she was, oh my God, it's real!
It was a great costume, man. Yep. But
Adam in the poncho with the
That's Jay.
J.
Yeah, there's Adam.
yeah, that
All
was
right, well then.
multiple surgical scrubs.
It was, for years, part of the costumes were surgical scrubs and
Yeah, Mom's a nurse.
ponchos and
So anything we get from the
Military.
hospital, we could put together a surgeon's outfit. We had ORs for years in the haunted
we
house.
still have that OR wall up
The
there.
wall's been
It's
stapled up there for 20
20-some
years. Yep. His mom is a black widow. Yeah, she was
She's gonna love seeing that.
Yep. So it's funny. We used to grow up that way. We grew up all with this craziness.
You got a picture here, three girls, and you couldn't figure out which one's a boy.
Next door neighbor. Yep, it was incredible.
Adam with my flak jacket.
What year did you start this haunted house ritual?
19.
79, 78.
79 is when we started doing the garage. We started decorating for the house about 77 or 78.
That's when we started the haunted
It was
house.
really cheesy. We made a really
Little
bad.
dummy out in the front yard,
Dummy.
a couple of tombstones.
I had a Spock costume with a little plastic half mask of Spock that Dad painted up to look like a vampire. And we put that in the little toy box, our toy box.
Yeah, we had the toy box out front.
And
We
those
had
little-
there were cutouts of something. Dad was
Dad
making
cut
something.
Yeah, and
They were just little
Laura-
round things, and we made tombstones out of them and stuck them in the
Laura
front yard.
wrote the.
Here she lies, got long forgotten, tried to stay pretty, but now she's rotten.
And what inspired you guys to get together and actually do this for?
We just love scaring people.
It was fun. Well, nobody really did this much. This
Nobody
is in the
did, yeah, this
70s.
was-
Halloween was a kind of a second-rate
Yeah.
holiday.
It wasn't
And,
what it is today.
No, it's huge. We started, when we started doing this Halloween, it was, you went to the store and got yourself a cheesy costume, had a little plastic mask and a shirt part that went over that said the name of whatever character you were in. You were supposed to be.
The decorations, most people's decorations were the little witch braided nail
Yeah, the
witch
cardboard
things,
cutouts,
cardboard that
yeah,
you stuck on the
one-dimensional.
wall, or maybe some spider web.
We started building these props that became later on, everybody has them now. And we built them just out of scratch. And I don't know, we could really flatter ourselves saying we invented a lot of that stuff. The witch smashed into the tree. They didn't say that was a
It was a
card
Halloween card that we got that Dad
received from
got the
somebody.
idea and put that on. And the vampire bat. You had to show the
Yeah, the vampire bat. We got the vampire bat. You don't have to break him out. But we made that one. We built the witch, smashed into the tree, with the broomstick sticking out, with the dress on and all that. And years later that thing got huge. Everybody had
There,
one.
you can buy them. Yeah, you can buy them all over the place.
Still, yeah.
Had we known.
But they don't have the cat hanging on it.
No, they don't. have
We
the
had a cat hanging off our broomstick.
I'm interested in knowing, has there ever been a year that you have missed a Halloween?
Yeah, we missed.
No.
We missed Halloween one year. It wasn't that we missed it. It rained like rained
We still did, yeah, we still,
Yeah, we did do it, but you came into this room and it was just one corridor coming in, and it turned, and you went to the table and got your candy.
well,
But it was pouring down rain.
we had planned on bringing them upstairs. Remember we were going to do
yeah,
the
we were
dining room
building the
and
house still. Yeah,
and it rained
framework,
crazy.
yeah.
yeah,
But we had all this stuff up. We've never missed a year. We've always
yeah.
decorated.
We've always had a year of Halloween. Yeah,
But just nobody showed up.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was.
yeah.
You remember what year that
4
was?
It
Very
had to have been in
like,
the '80s. It was in mid-'80s.
84, 83. No, because we'd started the house. That was 86.
Yeah,
It's like 88.
Yeah. Oh, it must have been '88.
It was like
yeah.
87, 88.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, I was in high school.
And I think it's a pretty special thing that you guys kept this going for 34 years. Can you explain what was the feel that kept it burning for so long?
I think we'd get excited about the next
I
product.
would see something and start thinking about, that would be cool to do on Halloween. So then maybe in June we'll start building something that we're going to use for Halloween. And it'd be a electric chair. And we'd build a death chamber, electric chair in it with a guy in an electric chair with
Every year we
crap
would-
on it. And
Yeah, every year we would build on something.
Or we'd see a movie
An
and go,
idea.
that would be a cool thing to build, and that would be a neat addition
Or we'd,
to our
we'd,
It's been 34 years, and now it's 2012, and you guys are wrapping it up this year. It's the final run.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys are parting ways, and
We're not parting ways. We're just we're still living the same.
I mean,
Like, we're rolling away. We're so long, guys.
well,
yeah, when I turned 75, I kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
yeah.
then
That's-
both my kids are, Adam's working most of the time, and Gino, he's got a bum foot.
kids.
Neither one of us can bend over. So Adam's the only one that can bend over in the family.
That's my name. Bend over.
He's real popular with the boys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's scary Halloween.
how do you intend to keep the spirit alive after? Well,
I don't think it's the last
No.
Halloween we're going to do. I think
The last big.
it's the
haunted
last
house.
maze. I think
Yeah, I
that's
think
what we're doing.
we'll just put
Decorating the
tombstones up
front
in-
yard still.
We'll just put
But just-
tombstones up in the front yard and do a few things, but
Yeah, it's
no
just
more
too
of
much
it-
work for
no
the
more of it's just.
big.
See, it takes us another week to take it down once we get it done.
It's one day to take it down, but to put everything away, it takes
Yeah.
forever.
Yes, and
Now
it's a
we
lot
still have
funner.
stuff that we hadn't put away from last year.
It's a lot funner building it than it is taking down or putting away, I should say. But it's just a lot of work. And I think now we're leaving Halloween in good hands. There's mazes all over the place nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think I think technology has passed us by for Halloween wise, because there is so much now. What is it? Auto animation. What's that called now? With animatronic. There's so many new technologies out there that have just it was unheard of when we started all this. And I think we're definitely leaving Halloween in good hands. It's not, the holiday is going on stronger than ever, and I think we're just stepping aside for bigger and better haunted houses now.
Well, you got to understand too that the Halloween. Mom has gone through breast cancer. We still had Halloween. Dad went through cancer. We had Halloween.
My wife went through cancer.
Yeah, we
My
had
brother
two
lost
kids.
some part of his feet. And,
We've had two babies since
oh, you've had
nothing
babies.
stopped.
I think
Collectively, we.
Oh, okay, the we. 'Cause I didn't have anything to do with that.
Now, well, it only took me 30 seconds.
All right, good. That's good. You got it well down below.
Hey,
You've been practicing.
tiny.
It's good.
If I can get it lower, I can get it quicker than that. That's about
All right, you got to
time.
work on that, man.
And besides, we've gotten too good looking,
That's right.
Yeah,
so handsome anymore. It's hard to make ourselves ugly.
yeah, it's true. You can't be scary when you're this good looking. You got all this.
Yes.
Also, for a good number of years during it, I worked the haunt,
Oh, good God.
not
yeah.
Scary Farm. So that made it difficult.
Oh, that
too.
was-
We would be doing building, and then I would go to Knott's.
Twice as much work. Yeah.
And but we also got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, we did. A lot of good ideas.
Hey,
Good-
watch out.
Good ideas
ideas
there. Yeah, we got
from
some great ideas from Knott's Berry Farm. Not Scary Farm. Yeah.
Props.
Bodies. A lot of good stuff.
But,
Yeah.
It got to where that's partly why our Halloween parties predominantly were after Halloween.
We
We
always
had
did
the
the
Saturday. Traditionally, it was the
Halloween.
Saturday after Halloween. That,
So- 'Cause usually most of my brother's friends were working the haunt.
We'd all be working the haunt, yeah. So.
And so by the following weekend,
Parties
everybody's
on-
ready to
yeah.
party.
Our parties could never be on Halloween. But even though when they're on Halloween, we get all kinds of kids around.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the adults can party, but when you have a shitload of kids
A bunch of little kids going through.
running through too, and then
Well, I think that we've kind of come full circle on that now. We have little kids at the party again. We
we're
have
going to
the new
send them
next
somebody else's now.
the next generation of England's.
Scary.
Well, my brother's kids are now, they're definitely into Halloween themselves, so who knows, maybe they're going to take on the mantle and run their own haunted house.
Anthony too. Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, yeah. We branched
Anthony
off.
helped us for years with this, and now he's got his own up in.
That was remember the,
Whittier? Is it Whittier?
It's a Lumberada.
Lumberada, that's right.
remember the Kleckers are, the next door neighbors who've lived there, I mean, they were original owners of the house, and years back they would do something in their front yard, and we'd start doing something in our front yard. And eventually we just kept on going, and they kind of gave up. And so we'd be
Time
talking
to
about,
cut down the tree.
they cut down the tree for the ghost to hang in.
The
And
ghost sliding
so we're
across
talking
the
to
front.
the youngest kid of the family. We're saying, we're going to have the best Halloween. No, we're going to have the best Halloween. Until about a couple Halloweens into it, Jeff, would, our next door neighbor, would say, we're going to have the best Halloween. No, we're going to. No, I'm talking about we are. You joined our family.
Well, we got to where the point where we had so many decorations.
Oh,
They were using some. The next door on this side.
yeah, we
Yeah,
took
we've
over all
got
three houses.
Cemeteries and
Yeah, we've got
all
enough
three
room
front
to
yards.
decorate the whole
Yeah.
block.
I think we had about 3 houses at one time. We had decorated the front yards of this house all the way down to the next door neighbors. And
Put the hearse on their driveway a couple of years ago.
yeah, that was the only place we could park it.
Now, since you guys are the pioneers of the maze, and the future generations are going to be looking at this video, what do you want to tell them that you aspire for future mazes to be in future that you guys couldn't?
Have fun.
Exactly.
Have fun with it. When it starts to become work, stop. But have fun with it. It is just one of those things to people. No matter what, people love being scared and getting scared. And as long as you can provide that
Safely.
service to them safely, don't tell them that the rabbit died or
As
something.
long as you have somebody who doesn't say, I'm a black belt in karate, and if I get scared, I'm not going to be responsible for who I kill. And then they walk into the fun house expecting not to be scared.
It's
So when you scare them, they just
and watch out for
scream and run out.
and watch out for the middle schoolers too. Those guys are they're the worst ones in there, but they're the funnest to really scare because they're not quite children, but they're not quite adults either.
But they want to act tough, act big. I know this.
And when I come in, I'm not scared, and then you scare them, they that makes the whole thing worth it, man. There's an happy Halloween.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
There it is.
Yeah, but no, it is. I think it's just keep doing it, and and it's fun. It's the payoff for it when you can scare the same kid. When the kid goes through the haunted house 8 times, and every time they go through, you scare me the exact same spot.
That one kid come back, he says, 5 times I've been through there, and 5 times he scared me.
Same kids. I was the same place, and just,
Adam would get down, he'd look through a hole and see the kid. The kid would get down on his hands and knees and start crawling through the maze. And Adam would get down on his hands and knees and sneak
up
up,
on him.
and as soon as the guy turned the corner, Adam's right there in his face. Got him again.
yep. Oh, it was fun. We had some good scares though too. What was it? Who got clotheslined? The
Oh,
that was
Gordon, wasn't it? I think it was.
no. He's talking about when the
Lawson
girls
Ness.
were kicking Anthony.
Yeah, that was Laree. She was back, and the 2 girls would come up. Anthony's laying on the
he was
grass,
dressed like a scarecrow.
Yeah,
just like
that
a
was a scarecrow.
stuffed straw guy. And they're sitting there and
Kicking him.
kicked him, said it's not real, and they kicked him in the mat, and then he jumped up, and both those ghosts turned around and went right over Laree. She went
Bam.
whap, right on her head.
And she got a laugh out of it after she started seeing, her vision.
After the stars.
Yeah, it was great. We had it was also we had to make a lot of our own props too, because you couldn't go to the store and buy
Battle axes.
swords, things like this. And we made
Well,
out
you
of
could,
wood.
but they weren't very good looking.
No, they were
looked
dumb looking.
crappy.
Yeah,
Yep, those cheap plastic things.
yeah. And so we
Right.
made things out of wood, swords and axes and
We
body parts. Yeah.
When Jeffrey Dahmer was big news and all that, we put my radial arm saw out there.
So bad.
And we put a sign saying Jeffrey Dahmer's workshop, and on that we had a couple of hands,
Severed hands.
all
Everybody had some
painted,
feet, blood, and
and we'd
Spray
taken
painted.
and frozen plums.
the red plums. What are those?
When they got to be Halloween, the plums were thawed, pretty well done, so we got them out, shredded them, and made them look like flesh.
Sticking out of the
Put it
hand.
on the hands on the saw, and put it on ear there, and
It attracted flies too.
Oh, it did. It worked. It looked great. It looked great, but there was some amazing stuff. We had some wonderful props in there, and
whatever's in the news we can try to use.
yeah, we tried to did a couple things that were in the news.
One of the things that I find amazing is that I personally know Adam, and he has a lot of heart in everything he does. But after getting to know his father and his brother briefly, it seems like, it doesn't. That characteristic isn't just in Adam, but actually shared between the three of you, which I find is amazing. And you guys set the bar
We
so
all
high.
have hearts, but we share one brain.
Yeah, that's
After this week.
Yeah, okay, my turn to get
You
this
got it
time.
this
I gotta
week?
go to work.
Okay.
Can you let me borrow it? Then you
Yeah,
can have it
there you
back
go.
afterwards. Yeah.
Well, the
You guys set the bar so high
just to find it, but
for future people in your family to actually do this. So
Yeah, it's I guess I have to say that it's doing the haunted house. It's been something that's been it's been a legacy of ours. We've done it for many years. We've done different themes. We've done everything from the classic monsters to an Egyptian archaeological dig,
Western Ghost Town.
Western ghost town, which was a really cool year. Pirates.
Yeah.
We've
We've done
done-
years of pirates.
Yeah, a bunch of different themes. So we have all the different setups for it.
Well, and for years we would do it like 2 years in a row. We would
Yeah.
do like the
Yeah.
classic monsters. So we'd get stuff, we'd get ideas, what worked. The next year we could refine it.
What worked one year and what didn't. Okay, we'll change that one around for this year.
And then the next year we've done the Mummy. I don't know how many times.
Several times, yeah. The Mummy was my favorite one. I love the Mummy. And the
Really?
Mummy
I
and, yeah.
couldn't tell. And the pirates.
The Pirates and Mummy, yeah, those are my
I
two
can't
favorites.
imagine.
Strange, yeah.
as long as the beer's there, I don't care.
That's what I'm about, yeah. That's why we do Halloween for the beer, huh?
Right. The party afterwards. Shoot.
Corona got the label.
Get a little money out of that.
Now, this next year's Halloween sponsored by Corona. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Nappy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That sounds good.
Let's say, okay, let's say it. 1, 2, 3. Nappy Halloween!
great.
Stop raining, we can get some work done.
You want to put a floor down there?
No.
No. Just hang to the corner and everything.
Yeah, it is, everything built.
So we probably put this up against it. Yeah. Just like this. So just unscrew this. Yeah, and put it flush here. No, this you can leave.
Okay,
We'll just move the whole floor.
All right.
That's what we're doing. What? I'm trying to remember how we made so much space back here for Mom. And it's like, we put this flush here. We move the whole thing.
So you're moving that wall to the other side of
So
the
it
beam
gives
there.
us, more food.
We have to slide the
Move
floor
this
over.
over that way. Move it, yeah, slide the floor.
This might make it a narrower hallway anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
You need me to hold that, or what are you doing, Adam?
Go like that? Yeah. So, we're,
On this side.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
so we just moved it over 6 inches.
Yeah. What about the floor? It's close enough.
I think we're fine. As long as we can screw into it down the wall, we're fine. Okay. That's way narrower.
It is, quite a bit so. But
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
you know my buddy Chris?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No.
Terry, not Jerry.
Hey there.
Terry.
Nice to meet you.
That's
Looks like
it.
a Chris?
Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come by last
You said you were
year,
going to be coming
yeah.
by.
Yeah?
New England. Hey, Club Nichols.
Post.
Got laid? Wow, Chris, I didn't know you guys doing that.
Oh, that's a real close friend.
Oh, this is the broken one.
That sucks. Put it there, huh?
Yeah, that's just the way it ended up.
See, I tried to use that other one, but no.
Somebody wanted it this way.
Yeah.
We've got little piece of wood. Just put a little piece of wood under there. See, I'm putting things in places where I know where they are.
Be.
Knew there was a reason for that.
Yep.
What you guys do without me? Probably go a lot smoother. I wouldn't worry. I get one free one there. Okay.
Yeah. Dad loved having the kids.
That's the problem.
Well, we can move it out a little bit too if we can.
Get the
Well,
cord out.
I'll just put a couple of anchor screws to
You can always be narrowing this down before it comes out.
She can get in here with this. Damn bucket.
bucket. That's for posterity.
The clutch down bottom.
Yep.
Ready?
I actually got to step inboard a bit, but okay.
Listen, boy,
Now,
don't
I
want to
think we
see
boxed
you
up
let
under
good
the
things
still
slip
gotta get this
away.
piece
You know I don't like watching anybody make the same mistakes I made. Just
Might have to go this way, maybe.
Yeah, you spin it around. We have to
Hold
have
on,
enough
hold on. Let me get some
room
stuff
to
out
curve
of the way
it.
here.
Problem is we got the door behind it. Hold on.
Probably
And
take that
rain.
filler out.
Yeah, can they remove the pillar out really quickly?
Yeah. I got a sawzall.
Yeah.
Now what?
Okay, now we can kick the bottom out a little bit.
I gotta get these out of here too.
Oh, well, I might have to take this wall off. We can move that down.
You can't even move this.
What are we kidding?
We're hitting the top. Support on it.
Take the screw off the top of
Well, mind the garage door.
Turn it, Dad.
one. Towards Adam.
Button up at all. It's not flush at all, dude.
Yeah, so much for do. Oh, it is?
Alright.
I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, put something here.
Oh, you put a spacer in there. You got the singles. The
Singles
singles.
not. Singles.
Because we have to put this be the box on this side. Yeah, it's an 8-footer, so it'll be right about here.
That's what she said.
So I think that's what we do. That's what I'm doing.
Let's take this, let's put this out here.
Front door.
Where stuff is. That's where it's gonna be anyway.
Okay.
You want to
It's
take
raining outside, so it's fine. We just move things from the rain and back into our way, and then the other way.
a nice piece of wood and put it in the house upstairs or something? One of the rooms?
Problems with building haunted houses out of cardboard.
That one there. That's the one Dad had built.
That's a baseboard or something. Hold on. This thing started out.
Yeah, it's raining.
Kick the bottom out.
There. It's good. I'm doing the bottom. Okay, middle. Yep. Doing this whole thing, and I was running. I was running through the haunted house. People would come up, and I'd run over and do something. I had an air compressor at one station, and just keep on going. And all right. Clear that. Okay. Bingo. All right. The man said the warden, let me out. And then vice versa there. We just have to move all these other walls out of the way now. Into the way for later. One of those council walls we could put over by the washing machine. For the long hallway there on it. Oh, the exterior one? Yeah. Well, no, we got more than. Oh no, never mind. Go get the warden. Go get the warden, Sid. Go get Harvey.
Two guys.
2 for the price of 1.